What's
Hi
up, guys? And
Yes, I did that.
Today I'm back in my room and I'm reading more Reddit stories. But today I'm reading r/confessions because I want to read some dastardly confessions, some evil confessions. I better see some really stuff in there. But you know, maybe there will be some wholesome ones too. So yeah, just like last video, I have a tier list again. Let's start from the bottom up. I have good confession for the good ones, for the ones that make you go, oh. You know, I have, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's not something I would do, but you know, like it's fine, like whatever. Like live your life.
Live your life.
Above that, I have a bit weird tier. Like, it's kind of weird. Like it's not that bad, but it's a little weird. And then I have, why would you do that? Because like, why would you do that? You know, like you confess to something that maybe is a little crazy, a little questionable. And at the apex tier, we have incarceration, because some of these confessions, I'm betting, is gonna make me go like, you should be in jail. You should probably not be a free person. So let's get to reading. Confession number 1. I tell work I'm bringing my lunch allowance home because I don't have time, but I do. I, 24 female, noticed sometime last year that my wife, also 24 female, okay lesbians, wasn't packing proper lunches. She was taking one slice of chicken and putting it between a tiny slice of bread that would have been lucky to have butter or mayo on it. It's not her fault, especially because we don't have the money to be doing that. So in work, I get a lunch allowance of whatever I want, but I just say I'm not hungry or don't have time to eat it and wrap up some nice sandwich so my wife can have it for her lunch. She gets so excited and happy. She texts me every day thanking me for the lunch I gave her and tells me how delicious it is. Oh, this one's wholesome. We're starting off strong. I like this one, you know? You're caring for your wife, you're lying to her, but you're making sure she's fed, okay? Good confession. I told my pregnant coworker she needs to do better and it upset her. Let's just read. Let's read it first before judging, okay? Okay, so a bit of context. I, 24 female, work as a chef in a small cafe. One of the girls out in the front comes to me and confides in me a lot. I consider us friends. However, she goes into crazy detail about her personal life. I've been working there nearly for 2 years, and it's ranged from her boyfriend, his son, and other things. Her now fiance has a son, who he had from a previous relationship. Let's call my coworker Linda for ease. Linda knew this before getting into a relationship with him. A lot of their arguments stem from him having a child in the previous relationship. Recently, she has started telling me about how she gives out and has no patience for his little boy. He's 6, he is a child. The most recent event with her has resulted in me being quite blunt with her. Apparently, she had left the room for about 30 minutes and left her food on the bed. Her fiance's little boy went in and started to play Xbox, got hungry and ate the food. Linda came back and sees red. Immediately starts screaming at him. Then she gets really nasty and tells him that every time he's here, he's a fucking issue and that she just can't get enough space from him. I snapped. I told her that she needs to grow the fuck up and do better. She's been giving me the silent treatment for like 2 days. I mean, it's not the kid's fault. It's like you said, he's just a kid. Like, I don't know why you would be so mad that he has a son. Like, it's not the son's fault that he was born. None of us asked to be born. I didn't ask to be born. Yeah, I don't know. This reads more like, am I the asshole post? But didn't you mention that she's also pregnant? So she's gonna have her own kid. That's kind of scary, because if that's how she treats her boyfriend's child, then how is she gonna treat her own child? It's definitely not like a bad thing on your part that you told her off. I just feel like overall the situation's just a bit weird, especially being like so rude to like a literal 6-year-old. Like, that's odd. Number 3, I am not really human anymore due to permanent brain damage. I had a serious head injury in 2009. It killed me. Obviously, I was brought back. Lots of freaky stuff happened at the time, as one would expect from serious permanent brain damage. Did you actually die? Like, were you actually like pronounced dead and then they like resuscitated you with like the, you know? I know, I should be a doctor. I should be a nurse. I actually used to be CPR certified. Fun fact. But I'm pretty sure that expired, or I don't know. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. I don't know. I have permanent amnesia. I lost every personal memory I had. I don't even remember my mother's face. Hell, I didn't even recognize my own face. That's sad that you lost your memories. I'm sorry. It took me 5 years to come to terms with the new reality and the realization that I had lost the ability to feel fear due to my amygdala being permanently damaged. I had lost emotional connection with my now ex-wife. Losing an emotion has left me feeling that I am no longer human. A person who can't feel fear is a monster. When I am angry, I see red. I can hear blood rushing in my ears. I feel like I am going to explode. It takes an extreme effort to suppress that rage. I just feel like this is a really unfortunate situation that's not your fault. And you're framing it like a confession, but I feel like it's just like it's something that happened to you, and it's how it is now, even though it's really unfortunate. So obviously I'm not gonna fault you for that. I can see why you think that you're different, but that still doesn't make you not human because you can't feel that emotion. You know, you feel other emotions too. You still go through the human experience every day. So I wouldn't say like you're not human or you're a monster. I'm sure there's help that you can get medically or psychologically. So I'm gonna put this in okay, because it's not a good situation. It's not a good confession, but you're really not at fault here. And I hope you can learn to see yourself in a different light. Number 4, I get attached to most guys I talk to and very quickly put them on a pedestal. No, why am I the same way? I've always struggled with attachment and abandonment issues due to my experiences in my childhood. But now that I'm older in life, even when I don't create physical relationships with people, if I spend a lot of time talking to them, or even if they give me a bare minimum amount of attention, that means very much to me emotionally. I start to get very attached and dependent on them. I often tend to put other people's needs and feelings above mine when it comes to relationship, and I guess I'm just asking if anyone else has experienced the same thing or struggles with this throughout life. No, literally, I am the same way, or I used to be like really bad about it. I would used to talk to people and like just see them in like this perfect light and just like not recognize that everybody's human, everyone's imperfect. I would compare myself to them, and I feel like it comes from a place of lack, maybe like low self-respect or low self-esteem, because you want to put this person on a pedestal. You want to like see them so highly, but you don't see your own worth. I feel like that's where it comes from. You idolize somebody, but then when they turn out not as you expect, you feel confused. So I do understand you. I'm not gonna say it's a good thing or a good confession. I'm gonna put it in okay, but I think it's definitely like a really common thing that people go through. And I would just say, you know, love yourself more. Put yourself on a pedestal, honestly. I lied to get revenge on a rude passenger, and when I walk around, I still think about it. I have a little secret I never told anyone. It might sound stupid or even funny, but it always makes me feel really guilty. I travel a lot, sometimes for work, sometimes for holidays. One thing I've noticed at airports is how people queue up 20 minutes before even boarding starts. One day, while I was waiting, I noticed a middle-aged woman aggressively pushing her way through the queue, claiming that she had been there first. Picture this: fake blonde hair, Louis Vuitton bags, chin held high like royalty, shoving people aside without even a sorry or excuse me. Sadly, not the first time I've seen that kind of entitlement. But what really got to me was when she used her foot to move a child. What is up with all these abusing children, like, people? That's someone else's child, like, Fast forward to boarding the plane. Guess who's sitting on the window seat I specifically paid for? Oh, hell no. I didn't want to cause a scene, but I calmly told the flight attendant that she was in my seat and the lady was being difficult with me. Before the attendant could even say anything, the woman exploded, accusing me of lying, yelling that she got there first and nobody told her otherwise. I just stood there with a confused look, like a Gen Z stare. She kept escalating, eventually insulting the flight attendant and making threats. In the end, she was escorted off the plane. But here's the thing, I lied. I never interacted with the lady. I just wanted a small, petty bit of revenge for the way she treated that kid. And now I can't stop thinking about it. Wait, so let me get this right. So you lied about her stealing your seat? I feel like it's like two wrongs. Two wrongs don't solve a right. or
Yeah, I'm telling you,
whatever
I
like
have the
the
mind of a
philosopher said.
master.
Like when she kicked that kid, like that was definitely not cool, and if I was the parent, like I would be really mad. But imagine someone lied about you and got you kicked off a plane, and maybe you were just having a bad day. That doesn't excuse like her behavior, but I would be so mad if I was her, and I would also be so mad if I was the kid or the parent of the kid. So I'm not saying like you weren't completely unjustified. I don't know. Maybe people would disagree with me. Maybe they think she deserved everything she got. So I don't know. I'll put it in a bit weird for now because I'm just kind of conflicted on this. I made a fake profile on the Nextdoor app to get my neighbors to fight. That's so funny. I feel like I would say like that's something I would do, but no, I wouldn't. Like you got way more confidence than me. This like social engineering whatever that I'm about to read, like I admire your confidence. I can't stand anyone in my neighborhood. Loud, wrong, super rude, annoying, and entitled. A nightclub opened and they protested until it was closed because young people are doing drugs in there. They complained when a Dollar Tree opened because we worked hard just for hood stores to open. They drive me crazy, so I made a fake profile on the Nextdoor app and just make up shit. Linda is stealing flowers from Jane's garden. Someone's car got hit. I saw this guy 3 houses away hit it. The building I live in was having a graduation party for a kid's graduation. Family let everyone know. A house sitting on the other... Why are you typing like this? Oh my god, this is so hard to... Anyways, they're so annoying and not suspicious of me. I want them to fight each other. I feel like it's really fun. This is like low-key really funny, but in a perfectly moral sense, like it's not cool, but I don't know. Just a little public trolling, you know? It's definitely something I would laugh at if you told me, but I think I might see you differently if you were my friend and you started doing this stuff because these are real people, you know? But it is funny. So I'll put you in the why would you do that because yeah. Oh, this one seems really bad. I caused a car accident on purpose. I didn't expect it to be this bad. What do you mean you caused it on purpose and you... whatever. A couple weeks ago, my friend called me while he was driving. He sounded freaked out. He said this guy had been tailgating him for miles, even at 80 miles per hour. He was riding his bumper, flashing his brights, swerving a little like he was trying to intimidate him. He told me he was passing through my area and I was seriously getting worried the dude might follow him or try something when he stopped. I was nearby, so I told him to drop a pin and said I'd pull up. Half joking, I said, "Yo, when you see me coming, I'll flash my high beams. Slam your brakes right after and let the dude eat it." We'd always joked about how satisfying it would be to teach a tailgater a lesson. When I saw them coming down the road, I passed the other way and hit my brights twice. Right after that, my buddy actually slammed the brakes harder than I expected. What happened next was brutal. I heard the screech and looked in the mirror. The guy behind him destroyed the entire front end of his car. My friend's trunk got crushed. Glass exploded everywhere. The tailgater had to be taken to the hospital. I still haven't heard anything since that night. Technically, the guy behind him was at fault. He got cited for following too closely and his insurance is paying for everything. I don't know how to feel about it. Part of me still thinks the guy deserved it for driving like a maniac, but the other part can't stop replaying how messed up it really was. I think you're at fault here, I can't lie. I mean, yes, it's like really bad and dangerous to tailgate, but like you also literally caused him to crash. Like technically, insurance-wise, he rear-ended your friend, so he's at fault. But like you can't deny that you had responsibility here in deliberately working with your friend to brake check him, essentially. And like that's just so much more dangerous, I feel, because he ended up hitting your friend's car and it seemed like your friend wasn't injured too badly. But imagine if he just like swerved or went a different way. He could have hit someone else and that might have ended differently. It could have really injured the other person or he could have gotten really injured. I just feel like it was so reckless and I feel like you're not really that ashamed of it. So this one is gonna have to go and maybe incarceration. Like that was pretty intentional, wasn't it? All right, that is all I have for today. I feel like we got a really good mix of the tier list. I feel like we saw a wholesome confession with the first one, got some kind of weird ones, and we got one where somebody caused a car accident on purpose. So tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you would change on the tier list and your own thoughts in the comments if you want to talk to me. Thank you for watching my video. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!